All right, we are back with the Liar Society, and we are at chapter 30, Weatherby. At Hunt HQ, security stuffs me in a conference room alone. Every 10 minutes, someone from their team asks if they can talk through a few details with me before my mom gets there. Each time I say no, thank you. They sigh and say, "Well, your mom might be a while. I'll wait," I say, and I stare at my shoes until they shut the door again. Even whenever the security lady hovers at the door and says, "I should tell you, Mr. Hunt will be less likely to press charges if we speak now," I hold firm. I try not to show emotion, even though her words put a sick feeling in my stomach. But Mom told me not to talk to the police without her, and Hunt Security is acting like they're the police. And after many rounds, the door finally swings open, and Mom steps into the room with heels, a work dress, and small gold hoop earrings. She closes the heavy door firmly behind her, rushes over, and hugs me tight. "Oh, thank goodness. I've been worried about you, honey." Then she looks up at me and her face changes. "What were you thinking?" She tilts her head, trying to meet my eyes. I manage to avoid looking at her. I've been so busy going over everything I want to say to Mom about Dad, that I forgot about the part where Mom might be mad at me. "I didn't talk to anyone from the Hunt security team without you. They kept trying to ask me questions," I say, but if that's somehow going to make getting caught at Heart Owl matter less. Mom looks directly at me. Her tone is hush. "Listen to me," she says with urgency in her voice. "We'll be back in a minute. You didn't see anything unusual. Do you understand? You just wanted to go on an adventure. Now you'd like to put this behind you. Got it?" Her expression is pleading. My heart is thumping in my chest. "Mom, I'm not lying about what I saw in Heart Isle. You taught me not to lie, but I know that you've been lying to me, and you need to stop." I take a deep breath before I can get the words out, and my eyes start to sting, and my throat gets tight. I know Yates Hunt is my dad. Mom's face falls as shock hits her hard. She looks at me stunned. Then she opens her mouth to say something, but no words come out. There are tears in her eyes. "No wonder you never wanted to talk about Dad," I choke out. "It all makes perfect sense now. I can't help how hard that I'm crying. If you made up a fake dad for me and lied about my name, what else don't I know about who I am? You need to tell me." "How did you find out?" Mom asks, her voice breaking. I breathe in hard, trying to stop crying, but I can't. "Did you know that Weatherby is the password for the zip line on Heart Isle?" "Oh, honey." Mom covers her mouth and her eyes fill with dread. "I had no idea. I'm sorry," she says, like she really means it. "I'm so sorry." Then the door opens and two security team members walk into the room, and Mom quickly reaches for a tissue and dabs away her tears. I don't bother. I don't want to pretend. A white woman with a slick back hair stands in front of me. "Now that your mom is here, we need you to answer some questions. Did you take any pictures or video while you were in Hard Isle?" I shake my head no. "Aside from the students at your party, who else knew about your excursion?" "No one," I say. "Well, now my mom knows." I point to my mom. The tall black man standing next to her asks, "Did you see anything unexpected on the island?" I hear Mom breathe in. "No," I say firmly, and it's technically not a lie because I was expecting to see something major. I just thought it was going to be something good. "You can't speak about your trip to Heart Isle ever," he follows up. "No, I think I already reported what I saw. People are dying. Harper's dad is sick." And the woman pulls out a thick document. "Weatherby isn't signing anything without a lawyer. I should remind you that Mr. Hunt still hasn't decided whether or not to press charges." Mom's gaze is piercing. "Mr. Hunt isn't pressing charges." She's not backing down. "I wouldn't make assumptions if I were you, Miss Walker." The woman from Hunt sounds angry now. Mr. Hunt will what? Threaten me?" Mom's voice is almost staring. "We both know Weatherby is 12, and for that paperwork to be valid, you need my signature too, which you're not getting." I love hearing Mom sound like this, confident and sure that she's right. I know she has my back, and in her own way, she's been doing the best that she can to keep me safe. "You tell Mr. Hunt he has my word Weatherby won't discuss her unsupervised trip to Heart Isle. We're done here." "No, I think I'm not making that promise." "Mom can't promise that for me. I'm too scared. I'm too scared to say that out loud." And Mom stands up and reaches for my hand, and we walk out, and the Hunt staff doesn't say another word. In the car, Mom rubs her eyes, seemingly drained. "I'm sorry I lied to you. I promise that I'll explain. But, honey, I want to be clear about something. You can't talk about going to Heart Isle ever." "I won't be able to protect you," she says, her voice shaking. "They will lie about us in the paper and on the news, and they will make our lives miserable." My chest constricts. "But, Mom," I interrupt. "But nothing," she says. Do you know that Hunt International does on the other side of the island?" I ask. because I saw where they're dumping chemicals. Weatherby, Mom snaps. Erase it from your memory. My heart catches in my throat. She knows. No, I say. What they're doing is wrong. They're hurting people. And I already called the DEP, and I told them what I saw on Hart Isle and what I think is happening near the island. Mom lets out a gasp. You gave them your name? I shook my head. No, I made an anonymous report. Then that phone call never happened. Please, honey. Mom sounds desperate. I know you're mad and you have every right to be upset, but there's a reason I lied to you. The hunts are dangerous. I have 1,000 questions to ask, and I pick one I think that Mom might actually answer. Why did you name me Weatherby? Mom hesitates. Because I love that name, and from the second I met you, you seemed like an interesting person who deserved an interesting name. Mom's eyes filled with tears. She breathed in a hard shudder. I didn't know that I was pregnant when your dad left, and when I found out, I tried to reach him, but I'm not sure that he ever got my messages. And then you were born, and I knew that I was going to be a single mom. Your dad always said that if he ever had a daughter, he named her Weatherby. I didn't realize Weatherby had another meaning. How did you even meet Yates Hunt? I asked. Caden, of course, Mom smiles. She invited me to be her date at the Harvard Club winter ball, and I told her no. I didn't have a dress I liked, and I didn't like boys who worked for their dads. She showed up with a glittery gown, and I couldn't say no to sparkles, and whenever we walked into the party, Yates was there standing by the bar. He looked like a spy, velvet bow tie, old-fashioned tuxedo, kind eyes, a laugh that made you want to get into trouble. Funny, too. We all danced all night, all year, really. I never heard Mom talk like this about anyone, stars in her eyes, and I could see all the cracks from where he broke her heart. Why did he leave? I asked. Yates and Charles had a fight over the company. Your dad shut down what you saw on Hart Isle. He understood the science. He wanted to change things. Mom shakes her head. It was expensive, so Charles went behind Yates's back and opened up the landfill again. And he also set Yates up. He made it seem like Yates had knowingly ignored the harmful effects of chemical dumping and intended to hurt people. And he threatened to blow the whistle on Yates if he didn't leave and never come back. And Yates was afraid for himself and for me. Mom sighs. I didn't want Charles anywhere near you, and I didn't want you to have the burden of being Hunt. And I didn't want you to be anything like them. You should have told me the truth, I say. I'm sorry, but there are so many things I'd do differently if I had the chance to go back and start again. Mom says, and whenever I first told you about the story about Peter Graff, it seemed easy. I'd met him a few times, and he was nice enough, and I didn't realize that I was taking what I was taking away from you. I didn't understand how much knowing your dad would mean to you, probably because I knew my dad and I took that for granted, and I wanted to be enough of a parent to make up for the fact that there's only one of me. You are enough, I say, taking her hand, giving it a squeeze. I'm glad that I know the whole story, and it seems to have all the information about who I am. I pause, hesitant. But I need to know, did you lie to me about anything else? Mom closes her eyes for a moment. Yes, there's one more thing. Skip was your dad's best friend. I know, I say. I found that out at the last school regatta. Mom looks surprised. I didn't realize he was there. She wipes her eyes. He wasn't very welcome, I say. Mom gives me a look. I bet not. Did Skip do anything to Jack's dad, I ask? That's Skip's story to share with you. And for the record, Skip wanted me to tell you that you're Yates Hunt's daughter. A long time ago, but especially after you got into Boston and started sailing with Jack. He said that you needed to know to keep yourself safe. I was stubborn, and I thought I knew best. I wanted to be the one to keep you safe. I was wrong, and I'm sorry, and I should have been honest with you. Thanks for telling me now. Mom pushes back another round of tears. I love you, Weatherby, and I'm so proud of you. I wrap my arms around Mom, and she hugs me, holding tight. I love you too, I say, and I understand how you feel about Hunt, but Jack is different. He's my friend, and he's my cousin. Mom pauses for a beat, like she's thinking through that. And I just said, that's true. He can come over any time, but I don't want you to go over to his house ever, underneath any circumstances. Do you understand? Yes, I say, the Hunts are not good people. That part of the story Mom told me hasn't changed, but everything else has. My dad is alive, and I want to meet my dad. I should get to meet him. Mom hesitates. Mom, please. I'm not sure how to get in touch with him. She pauses. Let me see what I can do. My heart leaps. You're going to let me meet him? Yes, of course, she says. I'm going to help you find him. And that was chapter 30.